All right, welcome back to the S&J Sports Talk Show. How's everyone doing out there? What's going on with my brother Jonathan?
How you doing, man? I'm all right, man. How about you?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing pretty well. We made it through that heat wave that was happening, man.
Bro.
That heat wave last week. If you out here in California, you already know what we're talking about. We was dealing with 115s and 116s, and we don't deal with that out here in Sacramento, California.
The AC wasn't even working, man. It was
the AC wasn't even.
It was so hot. It was like it's
the
overpowering.
AC cooled stuff down to the 90s, man.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, that's what it was. But we made it through. Now we chilling. We welcome you all back to the S&J Sports Talk Show. If you have not already, make sure you go follow us.
Podcast.
S&J Sports Talk
Podcast, bro.
But when you follow us on these social media platforms, just type in S&J Sports Talk. We're on all of them: TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube. You're already on YouTube. You might as well hit that thumbs up button. That helps us with the algorithm and helps us to continue to grow our platform.
And subscribe if you haven't already, man.
Subscribe if you haven't already. We got to get the subscribers up. We've been getting comments, man. People have been commenting.
Hey, we appreciate them too. We appreciate that.
Yes.
We want to hear what y'all think. Literally.
Yeah, even when we disagree with people, a lot of people comment, and I'm like, they don't know what they talking about. They don't play no sports, but we appreciate the comments still. That's what it is. It's the S&J Sports Talk community. So thank you and appreciate all of that for all the listeners out there. We are in the NFL season. It has officially
finally
begun.
Came around, man. So happy.
You were waiting for it all summer.
I was waiting for it, and then I was waiting all weekend for the Seattle Seahawks to play, bro. It's like
because you had Seattle.
Hey, yeah, and then you had the game Thursday, then you had the game Sunday night,
right?
Then Monday come around, so
you had to wait till the end. You were the last team to play.
Yep.
And Seattle, we just got done watching that game. They went down to the wire, didn't they? But your team got that W. That team got that. Let's start right there. We're gonna give y'all a rundown of all the NFL games that happened in Week 1 of the NFL. But we're gonna start with this Monday Night Football game. Russell Wilson returned to Seattle.
To the Seattle Seahawks.
Returned to Century League. Well, I think it's called Lumen Field now.
Yeah.
But still, nice field out there in Seattle, right there on the water. And he returned and he lost.
He lost by 1 point.
Man, did you watch the game?
I watched the game. You already know I watched the game.
You watched the game? Man, let me ask you something. I know you're not a Denver fan, but last play of the game, the last play, Russell Wilson could have gone 5 yards and got the first down. But the coach chose to do a 64-yard field goal. What do you think about that? What should they have done in that situation?
Listen.
I think they should have gone Russell Wilson.
You know I'm no Denver fan. But I'm a Russell Wilson fan, despite him leaving the Seattle Seahawks, I still like him. He's still cool, so he got a positive spirit, you know what I'm saying? But in this situation right here, bro, I think 64 yards.
Was it doable?
I personally think you should have just gave him the ball and be like, hey, get us 5 more yards. We'll live or die with it. You know what I'm saying?
We'll live or die with it. That's what I'm talking about. This whole game was set up about the
quarterback. You just paid him like a $250 million extension contract for situations like that, so you're supposed to live or die with him. Like,
this is the first game of the season. It's like, okay, no better opportunity to see what we're made of.
Yeah.
Then give the ball to Russell Wilson. Let him see if we can get 5 yards. And they chose to do 65-yard field goal, and he missed the first one. After I saw him miss the first one, you know how they call the timeout. He kicked it. Seattle called the timeout real quick. We're talking about the Denver Broncos. He missed it. He missed that first one. That would let me know. Timeout. Put Russell Wilson back on the field.
They had 3 timeouts.
They had 3 timeouts? So they definitely should have. I think you give the ball to Russell Wilson. You got to make a little short throw. He didn't have to go for the touchdown, although I think he could have.
Hey, but you know what? You know what else you got to think about is the Denver Broncos are missing wide open catches, bro.
Yeah, they were.
Judy was missing. He missed
a couple.
He missed her out route, and it was like, yo, you would have had a first down, Right. So, so the coach, that could have been going through the coach's head. But hey, if you just gave Russell Wilson a $250 a $250 million contract.
You're showing
you gotta live or die with that. Yeah, you gotta live or die with that.
Right. So I would have gone to Russell Wilson. I had the Denver Broncos winning the game. I really had the Denver Broncos winning.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I was scratching my head when Russell Wilson got the football back with 4 minutes left. I was like, I was quiet. I was quiet the whole game. I was like, oh man. I was like, you can't give him the football back.
It was set up for him, man.
And then the Seattle Seahawks had lost like Jamal Adams like the second or third quarter.
Okay, yeah.
He's our strong safety, and so I was like, wow, man. And then once he got out, that's really when Russell Wilson started cooking. Was when he got out, when he got hurt and whatnot. So,
yep. So that was a close game. I had Russell Wilson going back into Seattle and taking care of business, and he could have. But
how do you feel about he could have? How do you feel about Geno Smith at that quarterback position, man? Because he had a good game. Like, I
gotta give Geno Smith props. I've been doubting Geno Smith since he filled in for Russell Wilson last year and fumbled that football on the first game Russell Wilson was
against the Steelers.
I've been on Geno Smith since then, but you know what? I got to give him his props. He showed up to play today, humble. You know, he knew all the spotlight was on and all the lights were on him, and he took care of business. I don't even think he threw one interception, did he?
He didn't.
No interceptions,
no turnovers.
Got the W. That's what matters. So I got to give Geno Smith his props, most definitely. Now, do you trust him for the whole season?
Do I trust him for the whole season?
Are you off of tonight's game right here? Hold on. What's y'all's record? What you predicting the record's going to be for Seattle?
Oh, what am I predicting?
Did tonight give you hope?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Still got Lockett. Still got Metcalf. Got some solid.
First, you gotta give. I would give a shout out to Metcalf, right? Because like he didn't have like those huge plays. Seattle didn't really have those huge plays today, and I think they'll get some more of those as the season goes on. But for DK Metcalf, because you know he likes him and Lockett like those big plays, like Russell Wilson
breakaway runs, huh?
Yeah, but I think like for them to like kind of let Geno kind of ease into the offense and whatnot, that was very good of them. You know what I'm saying, to just let him get used to that.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I mean I really can't say, man. It's up in the air right now, especially with Jamal Adams' injury. But I say before going into this, I said the Seahawks would win around 10 games, right? A lot of people got there like 4 games, but I'm like, yo, Geno, hey, listen.
They already won one.
The Seattle Seahawks have a pretty good defense, guys. Like, the new defense coordinator, I like him. Okay. But I said they win around 10 games, and Geno Smith, I think he's a good quarterback, and honestly, we'll have to see a few more games.
Okay.
He'll go up against a different defense and whatnot. Okay. I want to see how he plays against the Los Angeles Rams, because that would be like kind of a tough defense.
What week do they play? Do they play each other soon?
Man, we do play them. The season. We play them like twice. We played them twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah,
I know we played them the last game of the season, and then we play them like in a few weeks from now.
Okay.
We play the 49ers this week, so.
So shout out to the Seattle Seahawks. They held it down for the 12th man out there in Seattle, and that's amazing. Because if they would have lost this game, I guarantee you, ESPN tomorrow morning would have been like, Geno Smith is not Russell Wilson. Geno Smith has to go.
Oh, you already know. They would have
been talking.
They were waiting for that.
Won. They're going to be able to have little bragging rights. And Denver's still going to be a squad.
Yeah.
They're going to be a squad. You got Russell Wilson. You're going to win your games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, speaking of the Rams, you spoke about Seattle playing the Rams pretty soon. Did you see Thursday night's game, the first game of the season?
Yeah.
Did you see the Los Angeles Rams go down and the Buffalo Bills take care of business? Tell me your thoughts, Jonathan.
Bro, the Los Angeles Rams, they got destroyed. Their offensive line got destroyed. They got demolished.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
were getting destroyed. Like, bro, like the Seahawks.
I mean,
if y'all watched football last year, yeah,
they only got one.
If y'all watched football last year, y'all know the Seahawks offensive line was terrible, but the Rams was worse than this, guys. Like they were like 10 times worse than this. So like that right there is a concern. I know Matthew Stafford was just coming off a little injury for his arm or shoulder or whatnot. And then the Rams, I'm not too worried about their secondary. Mm-hmm. I think they'll be all right. I mean, Bobby Wagner coming in, whatnot. They'll take a few games.
Was it 31-10?
I believe so, yeah.
Man, for the defending champs,
bro,
that's bad.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
By 3 touchdowns.
You know what though? You know what? I told a lot of people.
Bills were ready though.
You know what I told a lot of people before the season though is I don't really see the Rams going anywhere this year.
Really?
I don't despite them being the defending champs, I don't see them going.
Too many fights in practice.
Hey, I don't know. It's the offense, man. I don't.
They fighting in practice and stuff, and then they come out here. I'm expecting them to be I'm expecting either them to blow out the Bills, not to blow them out, but I was expecting a good game.
Good game, close game.
I think they had 3 points most of the game, right? They got their touchdown when it didn't even matter, So yeah, that was.
You got to give a huge shout out to Josh Allen though, bro. That dude
was playing like
he played out, bro. He played out, and
he was playing like a QB for real.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I underestimated the Bills last year, but this year, man, they're a real team. They got Von Miller. They got some good players on the defensive side.
They play like a squad. Huh?
They play like a team. They play
like a team. What was the thing with the Rams? Were the Rams not playing like a team?
Their offensive line was terrible. They had bad offensive play calling, and that's basically it from what I saw. They played a very good offensive team. So like I said, I'm not too worried about the defense at this point.
Okay.
But I mean, if you're the Rams, you really just gotta fix that offensive line. You can't fix up anything else.
Okay.
Without that.
That offensive line.
You gotta fix the offensive line first, because Matthew Stafford doesn't have any time in the pocket. It's defense can't even win for you at that point.
All right, man. All right, let's move on with some of these other games that we got going on. Did you see the Cowboys games, man? What do you think about them Cowboys? Let me tell you something, man. Out here in California, when you see a Cowboys fan, it's so funny because it's like everyone's either a Raiders fan or a Niners fan. And then you got that third party. You got them Cowboys fans wearing their masks. They were walking all proud. You're like, where you from? From Texas, huh? Where you from? You from Oklahoma, huh? Where you from? Because they from the South. They don't be from out here. They be from the South, and they be out here repping them Cowboys. Yeah. What you think about the Cowboys, man? They lost, and they lost their QB. What you thinking about the Cowboys,
Dak Prescott getting hurt for 6 to 8 weeks, man. That's tough.
Is it over for the Cowboys this year?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They're done. They're done, bro. They're done, bro. They're done. They're done. They need to start going next season, bro.
Oh man,
they can bring out their suitcases right now.
The Cowboy fans, man, it's almost like us Lakers fans, but the Lakers, they've won championships more recent. The Cowboys haven't won championships recently. That's the difference between Cowboy fans and Lakers fans. The Cowboy fans every year say they win the chip. Every single year, they're like, "Oh no, this is the year. We good." Dak Prescott is signed. The first game of the season, he's out. Game of the season, he's out for half the season.
Hey man, I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan. You don't hear me saying we're winning the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be realistic. But it's like,
man.
Bro, Dak Prescott getting out. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Just the Cowboys call it a season. I don't know what Zeke's doing. I don't know what Zeke's still doing at Dallas.
Oh man,
they need to just leave the team, bro, because they're not winning anything there, bro. They're not winning anything, and it's tough for Dak Prescott. Like, man, I like Dak Prescott.
Yeah,
I don't like the Cowboys in general. I can't stand the fans. I don't like the fans.
Okay,
but
it's one of those teams,
it's just it is one of those teams where it's like they're like the Lakers in the NFL, man. Though. Yeah, they're like America's team.
If they go 0-16, they gonna have publicity.
They're going to.
The commentators are gonna be talking about them. The media's gonna be asking them questions. The players are gonna have their popularity.
And Tom Brady just came back, and
Tom Brady, 45-year-old
man. You know what's so funny about it is
out here, really out here schooling these young people. Still, I was watching him. He can barely move. He comes out the pocket. He knows what he's doing, though. He gets rid of the ball quick. He's like, okay, I can't take these hits no more. But I mean, shout out to him. He's still doing his thing,
man. And what you been calling? What was about it? Oh, you know what's funny is before the game, the commentators were like, "You think Tom Brady not being on practice for 11 days is gonna affect the way he plays tonight?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, listen.
He can do this in his sleep.
Tom Brady, he's been doing it for so long, bro. He probably could have been partying the night before, bro. Come out here and still beat the Cowboys. It's the Dallas Cowboys, bro.
Man,
it's the Dallas. You don't even need to practice for that week.
Man, they didn't even get a touchdown the first game. Imagine this: you're talking about your team's about to win the
Dallas
championship.
Is the only,
and you don't even get a touchdown in the first game.
The first week, Dallas is the only team this week to not score a touchdown.
They're the only one.
They're the only NFL team that. I mean, the New York Jets scored a touchdown, guys.
Who would have thought it? Who would have thought that the Dallas Cowboys would not have scored a touchdown in their first game? And it was at home, right? It was a home opener.
They were home, man. They were at home.
They didn't score one touchdown. Who's their backup QB? What happened?
I don't even know.
But Dak was in for the whole first half, right?
Yeah, he was in for most of. He was in for the most of.
I think the third quarter he got hurt. Was it third?
Yeah.
I think it was third quarter he got hurt. There wasn't no reason for them.
I'm more upset at Zeke too, because I got him on fantasy team, bro. And he got me 5 points.
You're not able to trade him, huh?
I'm about to drop him, bro, because he got me 5 points. It's like, bro, I took my chance. Hey, Saquon Barkley though, he got me like 30 points. You know what I'm saying? Man.
Let's take a look at some of these other football games, man. But it's some crazy games happening. Man. This was just week 1. It's just the start. You know, we're not all the way in it yet where everybody's all ready to play and ready to go, the fans and everything. So we're still building up, man. What about them Raiders and Chargers?
Ooh,
did you see that game? Raiders 19, Chargers 24. That's a close one.
Shout out to Devontae Adams, bro. He did his thing. He got me my fantasy points, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But Darren Carr, bro, that man was throwing picks. I believe he had like 2 or 3 picks that game. He had 3 picks that game.
I think he had 3, yeah.
3 picks, and I was watching the game. I was like, bro, what? It seemed like it was kind of like just nervous. He was kind of nervous.
First game nerves?
It seemed like first game nerves, but like also him and Devontae Adams don't have that chemistry yet. It's the first game with him, you know, and but the LA Chargers, bro, they look good. Justin Herbert, Herbert, they look good.
LA out there, they've been practicing.
They look good.
The Rams are right across the street.
They've been practicing the Heat too, bro. The Heat.
Yeah, that too.
They have, yeah.
So the Chargers, they took care of business, man.
But I think the Raiders, I think they'll be okay, but I don't see them going nowhere. You know, the AFC is stacked this year.
Hey, be careful who you say that around, man. Them Oakland fans are serious out there, man. You can't talk about them Oakland Raiders, man. Them fans will get on you.
Los Angeles Raiders.
The Los Angeles Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. Bro, they'll forever be the Oakland Raiders to me. The Las Vegas Raiders will forever be the Oakland Raiders. I know, because
I kept calling the Rams. I kept forgetting
St. Louis. You kept calling St. Louis Rams.
I kept forgetting their LA Rams still.
You know, I was looking up the highlights, and I was like, "Who's the Commanders?" Like, I don't even know who the Commanders were. Some of this stuff is so ingrained in you. It's been since you were born, since you were a child. Like, you've been calling these teams, and now they're changing stuff up. So it's really interesting with all of that, man. Did you see the Atlanta Falcons lose it?
I saw the highlights for that game. In the last minute.
I knew when that kicker came out for Atlanta to kick that field goal, I said,
you didn't even believe with him.
I knew. I was like, this ain't going to go well at all. And what happened? He miss like 2 of them? He missed like 2 different field goals in the game, I think. Yeah. But the comeback was vicious.
The comeback, you're up by 16, you lose to the New Orleans Saints, man. The Saints, come on. And it's like,
what, they lose by 1 point?
They lost by 1 point, but it's just like if you're up by 16 points in the fourth quarter,
you hold the ball,
just run the football, but they can't make these mistakes. Marcus Mariota, I mean, no one expects him to do big things this year, but the Atlanta Falcons, they're just like another team in the NFL right now. They got it. They haven't been the same ever since the Super Bowl loss to Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's true. You haven't heard of them yet. That left a mental scar. They were like, no matter how much we're up by, we can lose the game. that had to hurt. I'll never forget that Super Bowl, man. That was one of the greatest comebacks or one of the biggest chokes. I don't know which one you want to call it. Was it the greatest comeback or was it the biggest choke ever? So that was an interesting one, man.
It was both.
Let's move on, man. How about the Green Bay Packers, man? All I've been seeing for the last 24 hours, anywhere you go on TV, they got the one catch where Aaron Rodgers throws it right into his wide receiver's heads, and he just misses the catch, man. That's been all over TV. They're talking about Aaron Rodgers has no help. They're talking about Aaron Rodgers is done for just because of the fact that he has no help out there. What do you think about them Green Bay Packers? They almost didn't even score. They only had 1 touchdown. They only had 7 points, man.
I don't even know what to say, man. Like, it's simple. They're just missing Devontae Adams. They're missing their number 1 wide receiver. Yeah. The number 1 wide receiver in the league. So it's like Aaron Rodgers coming back. He's with all these young wide receivers. They're not ready for that yet. Yeah. They're not ready for that.
Yeah. And you know what, Aaron Rodgers, when you're a quarterback at this stage of the game, you need
good receivers. You don't have time. You don't have time to be working with the young receivers right now.
He can pass the ball on point. He can get it to you still. He can still do his little moves and whatnot and get the ball out of the pocket. But You need people who can catch the football at the end of the day, man. Yeah. And he had people who, I mean, that was a touchdown. Had he caught that, I forget the wide receiver's name, but had he caught that, he was gone. It was nobody in front of him.
There's no one in front of him. Yeah.
So, you imagine if they had 7 points. I think they lost the game. What was it? It was 7-23. That would have been 14-23. So now you're within, a field goal and a touchdown.
That could have changed the whole game too.
Changed the whole game. But after you see something like that, it hits the team morale, man. The whole team is like, this is our best. This is our first.
It's over. He has no help.
Man, so yeah, what do you think that the Green Bay Packers can turn it around in the rest of the season, or do you feel like it's a done season?
Listen, I mean, you've seen Aaron Rodgers do this year after year. They go 0-2, and then he comes back and wins 10 straight or whatnot. Like,
yeah,
he's a pretty good quarterback. I just don't see him. I don't see him doing it this year without Davante Adams.
Without Davante Adams, it's gonna be tough.
If you don't have a wide receiver like that, and that like right away. The Green Bay Packers chemistry was already hurt. Mm-hmm. It was already hurt because Aaron Rodgers is a blunt quarterback. Mm-hmm. He's gonna tell it like it is.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go. I mean, it was the preseason game. He was like, "Well, you can see the wide receivers aren't running their routes."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
he's throwing people under the bus. He don't be none of that. I'm gonna take it for the team. Like that was on me. I need to play better. He's like, well, we got a second string wide receiver over here who don't know what he's doing. Man, that's some cold stuff. That's some cold stuff, man. Let's move on. What other games we? The Baltimore Ravens took care of business. They were playing the New York Jets. But they took care of business. I'm happy for Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson had some nice throws that game.
He had some nice throws.
They're talking about he can't
throw.
Yeah.
I didn't even see him really do too much running. Did he do too much running? He didn't have no breakout runs.
Not really.
He's like, man, look, y'all didn't give me my contract. I'm not about to be putting my body on the line all over the field and everything. I bet that's what he's doing. I wouldn't have played myself. I would have said, y'all go figure out whatever y'all need to figure out upstairs. Y'all is the billionaires, and all I'm asking for is whatever he was asking for wasn't no billion. So,
it came out that he
wanted guaranteed money, right?
Yeah, it came out because he had a 250.
QBs get hurt. They're supposed to be the most protected player on the field. Yeah. So if anybody gets the guaranteed money, it's got to be the QB.
Yeah,
they say themselves they've never seen a quarterback like Lamar Jackson. Maybe Michael Vick, maybe, but not like.
He
Lamar
broke
Jackson.
his record for rushing yards too.
Right,
he's already
broke that. I think he broke it twice. I think he passed it, then he passed it again. You give that man his money, man. I'm a big advocate of
what I'm hearing. What I saw was he got an offer for like $250 million.
Yeah.
But it wasn't all guaranteed. And he was like, "Hey, I want all my money guaranteed." Which I give him that.
Because you get an injury, man. They take that, man. You get an injury in the NFL, you might not ever come back into stardom. You know how in the NBA, you might get an injury at 24, 25 years old. You come back, you still become a star again. In the NFL, when some of these players get injured, man, it's over. It's over.
That's
because
true.
Somebody else got their slot on the team now. They never recover the same. Football's just too physical, man. Mm-hmm. It's too physical to not have that guaranteed money as a QB. Playing the way he plays, yeah, I would be like, okay, y'all not going to guarantee me money. I'm going to guarantee stay in this pocket. I'm not running nowhere. But Lamar Jackson, you can tell he loves the game, man. I'm glad
you know what else it shows, though? It shows how much of a leader Lamar is really on that team. It's like, hey, at this point, he's saying, hey, it's not about the money. It's like, all right, the season started. I'm out here with y'all now. Right. I'm not gonna be worried about the contract right now. I'm out here with y'all. We're here to win the Super Bowl. Let's go get it.
Yeah, he didn't want all of that contract stuff getting in the way of the team.
That's why he said, he was like, hey, if we don't get a deal done by Friday, I'm moving on.
Right.
And that's what he did.
And you know what? Because of that right there, I really hope they go far. I mean, I wish they would be undefeated this season just so he can show, hey, I should have had that contract. I hope they win the chip so that he can get them. Because see, you win the Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
You get all the contracts away from the NFL. You feel what I'm saying? You're in the
commercials.
You get the endorsements, the shoes, the whatever. You see how Patrick Mahomes is living right now. Patrick Mahomes is good. Let's get on to that Chiefs game, man. Chiefs came out, took care of business.
Like usual. Nothing
Patrick
really
Mahomes
to talk
was
about.
Like, there's not going to be nothing to talk about here except these 4 or 5.
Hey,
how many touchdown passes do you have? 4 or 5?
5. And you know what's crazy about that is I was like,
man.
They played the Arizona Cardinals first.
Yeah.
We'll get on them later. But but I was like, yo, Patrick Mahomes don't got Tyreek Hill, Brett, this not gonna work out. And he made it work out. So I was like, alrighty, he proved me wrong.
Right.
And I think the Chiefs are gonna have the same season they've been having the last few years. The Chiefs
is squad, man.
They still got a good squad, and obviously their defense is not where they want it to be. But I think if they can fix that up, I mean, the Chiefs is really that team where, hey, we know what they're gonna do during the season. We'll just wait for them until the playoffs, and then.
What do you mean when you say their defense isn't what you want?
Their defense isn't what
players.
Their defense. Let me put it this way. It's like Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson. They've been like so good on offense, where it's like they've been able to like help
make the defense
not look as bad.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Because the Seattle's defense last few years has been terrible, but Russell Wilson's been doing so good on offense. He's been able to like, alrighty, they're not doing that bad. You know what I'm saying?
You're just focused on the offense.
Kind of Patrick Mahomes.
Same with the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, but Patrick Mahomes just does it way better. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, so that's why I say in the playoffs, you saw it in the playoffs. If the defense is able to like just tighten some things up, you know what I'm saying? They might be alright.
Okay. Yeah, you say the Chiefs are a contender this year.
For sure. They're definitely a contender. I have them and the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game.
Did you have the Buffalo Bills before or after Thursday night's game?
I had them after.
After you had them after
because I was like before the season, I was looking at the team. I was like, wow, they got Von Miller. I was like, all right, just let me see how they come out here. I was like, honestly, I was just looking at Josh Allen. I was like, all right, let me see how he comes out here and plays.
How that QB leads the team.
How he leads the team, and I was like,
he led
him. Because even in the loss last year against the Chiefs. He did really good.
Okay.
He played really good. So
okay. Yeah, man. I feel you on that, man. I feel you, man. Let's go on. Do we need to talk about this game here? The Patriots and the Dolphins. The Dolphins, they didn't really win a game last year, did they?
Nah, man. But they got Tyreek Hill now. So it's like.
They got their first W. I was so happy for them. I just was happy when I saw they got a W.
That young coach got his first W. They're like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't think no team needs to have a season like they did last year. That was horrible.
That's embarrassing, man. Like, just cut me from the team, bro.
So, if they get a couple more games, maybe we'll talk about them more.
Yeah, man.
They got to win a couple more.
I think they can.
They got that first W.
With Tyreek Hill, I think they can.
Yeah.
Their quarterback.
Yeah, definitely, man.
And they do have a pretty good defense. Last year was just their offense.
We got to see.
We
got to see.
We just got to wait. Hey, we going to wait and see on them.
I mean, they kept the Patriots to 7 points, Patriots ain't, they're not Tom Brady Patriots anymore, but
Bill Belichick,
7 points. Well, how about them Browns, man? Them Browns did get a W. They beat the Panthers 26-24.
Oh, wow.
Man, the Browns, I know Deshaun Watson wasn't playing, but it's still good they got that W. If they can maintain long enough, I think he's out for 6 games, right?
Yeah, 6-8 games, yeah.
6 to 8 games. Let's say
they can win like
4 or 5 W's, and Deshaun Watson comes back. He comes back, gets in the groove of things. They still running. You know what I'm saying? Because the poor Browns, man, they've just struggled for decades. Browns have been struggling.
What's so funny is Baker Mayfield's on the Panthers, and he came back to the Browns.
To the Browns, because he was.
And they still lost.
To the Browns, right?
And they still lost. Yep.
Yeah.
And they still lost. So
they still lost.
It's crazy.
So it wasn't their fault, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think about this game, man? The Indianapolis Colts played the Texans. The game ended on a tie, 20-20. Now, myself personally, I gotta say, I don't like any professional sport when it comes to baseball, basketball, football, any of them top sports, or tennis. I don't care what it is. When them athletes are training that hard for a game, someone needs to walk away with that W.
Yeah.
Don't nobody need to walk away from a game talking about a tie. That's like some community league, rec league stuff. That's like, hey, this is a community league at the rec center, boys and girls club, and there's just a tie. We just ended on a tie. Everybody's a winner. But when you're talking about the NFL, man, if at the end of overtime nobody wins the game, put your kicker out here, put my kicker out here, 40-yard line, 40-yard line, 50-yard line, 50-yard line, 60-yard line, 60-yard line. Like, someone's going to walk away with the W.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be no tie in the NFL. What's your thoughts on that, man? Should there be ties in the NFL?
I mean, all right, so you hear me out real quick, right? So you got players they're playing a hard physical game. 60 minutes already, right? 60 minutes. That's a lot of time, and then you add 10 minutes.
10 minutes for overtime,
and then you add 10 minutes to overtime.
Overtime used to be 15.
It used to be 15 minutes, but so here's the thing: is like, let's say you get like a team that playing on Sunday, and then they're playing on the Thursday night game, right? You have a short week, and then it goes to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
It's already a short week for them, right? They're not getting as much rest. Then it goes to overtime. That's 10 more minutes. So now they're playing 70 minutes. So it's like
injuries could happen more so.
That's really the main reason why they cut down to 15 minutes was injuries were happening and stuff like that. I would say I don't. So like I can see the NFL standpoint of where they're coming from, but then I see your standpoint where it's like, hey, I don't think any professional sport should really end on a tie. So to answer your question, no. Or yes, I don't think the NFL. No, I don't think the NFL. No.
The question is, do you think that the NFL should end on ties?
No, I don't think they should end on ties. Okay. I feel like there's definitely things they could do. I would say personally, I don't think overtime's happened that much right now. So I think it should be like, just up it back to 15 minutes, and then coaches might have to go like deeper into the charts or whatnot, or the roster or whatnot, during the overtimes or whatnot. Or you could even do what you said. Hey, put the kickers out there, 40-yard line.
See
whoever misses first.
Yeah, see who can kick the farthest field goal. I mean, both of them can just kick on the same. They don't even got to go in opposite directions. They can go on the same post.
And they can even just do like a players vote. Like, hey, what do y'all want to do? Because I don't think they should end on the tie.
Yeah.
It's just like.
These guys, man, speaking from someone who's competitive, it's the worst feeling in the world to walk away and nobody won, and y'all doing all of this so you can compete to see who won.
Yeah.
And they walk away talking about, we got a tie. What? No, we're gonna have to settle this right outside the stadium. Like, hold on, we got to take care of this right now.
Let's go to the park and play.
There's no reason for a tie, man. You put your kicker out there at the end of overtime. If at the end of overtime, you don't have to play another overtime, so no one gets hurt. No one's real tired and gets hurt. The kickers just go out there and may the best team win, and let it end on that.
Yeah, man. Like start them off on the 40-yard line.
I'm telling you, man. You can't end on no tie, especially football's once a week. I gotta sit on a tie for a whole week. Nah, man.
And then if you have a bye week, that next week that's 2 weeks you gotta sit on it. So it's like,
nah, man. They gotta change that.
I think
that game ended on a.
I honestly think they should do that. I think they should do that, or they should really just go back to the 15 minutes. I think someone will score in that 15 minutes.
You think so?
Or you can
somebody in 15 minutes?
Or you just go
with the first team in overtime
I was
wins.
talking, you know what?
The first team who scores in overtime wins. You could also do that.
Yeah,
but it always seemed unfair when they do it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It always seemed unfair.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to at least give this other great
quarterback
remember, a chance. Or
that's what happened in the
Bills
and Chiefs game. The Bills and Chiefs games last year in the playoffs. That's what happened. Patrick Mahomes got the football first. He went to score a touchdown.
Okay.
Josh Allen didn't even have a chance to play
because since he scored a touchdown, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
But if he would have got a field goal, then Josh Allen would have had a chance.
Yeah.
And see, that's not
right.
Both teams a chance. That's why I said.
I feel like both of them should have a chance either way. Even if they score a touchdown, they still got a chance. So I would say you do that, or I was talking to someone else, and they even mentioned they're like, hey, just give them the ball after 10 minutes. If none of the teams score, or if it's still a tie, just give them the ball like the 25-yard line. And you'd be like,
who can get in the end zone?
Whoever scores first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a. I understand your point though. People get hurt.
People can get hurt. It's different, and like
last
the NBA
of the NFL game, you see everybody laying down on the field. the doctors
and you got remember they got pads on, bro. They got pads on. It's like
hurt. Yeah. And I realized, man, people really get hurt right after that 2-minute warning. When the game's winding down and they start calling all these timeouts, so your body's pumped up. You're ready to go, and then you have to calm down.
Yeah.
Then you have to get back up, warmed up. Then you got to calm down. That's when people start getting hurt.
People really, I mean, I think we really see the injuries really in the first few weeks with like the stamina and whatnot. That's really what it is. But yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah. So that's.
But I don't think that any professional sport should end on a tie. I think soccer ends on a tie too.
Soccer. But
unless it's the World Cup.
Soccer will still do stuff where they'll have a shootout.
That's what they do.
Hockey will still have a shootout.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Like we still
baseball ends on a No, baseball does
Baseball
not
don't end on a tie.
So
baseball
I think football is the only sport that ends on a tie right now.
Baseball will go to like inning to.
They'll go inning after inning. Yeah,
they'll keep going. They're like somebody's walking away
with the win.
W.
With the win,
we didn't show up for no tie.
As it should be. Yeah,
that's so disappointing. Especially a hard fought game. People done gone to overtime.
And then for the fans, bro, to walk away and just be like,
somebody's walking away with this W. We crowning somebody.
Yeah,
man. How about the 49ers, man? The 49ers played the Chicago Bears, lost 19-10. Anything we need to cover from that game?
Man, I don't think there's anything we need to cover from that game other than, I don't know, man.
All you 49ers fans, leave your comments. All you 49er fans, leave your comments. We know we got some 49er fans.
Well, let me ask you this: Do you think Trey Lance should be the quarterback over Jimmy Garoppolo?
I'm not a big Garoppolo fan. I'm not a big Garoppolo fan. I'm biased when it comes to the Niners. The Niners are cursed as far as I'm concerned. You be asking me questions about the 49ers, and you always gonna get that curse. The Niners are cursed as can be until they can't even make things right anymore. They have a, how long of a curse do they have on them? They have a decade curse on them. They're done for the decade, man. Until Kaepernick decides to take that curse off of them, the Niners, I could care less if Tom Brady's their quarterback. They're not going nowhere. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. And we're not trying to make this too political on S&J Sports Talk, but it had to get political for a moment. Let's move on to another team. We don't even need to talk about the Niners anymore. Let's go to the Eagles and the Lions, man. That was a good game. The Eagles won 38-35, man. Anything you want to cover on that game?
It was a good game, but I mean, hey, it's two trash teams going up against each other.
It didn't really matter to you. They're not no contenders.
Doesn't really matter.
Contenders, huh? Move on. All right. I feel it, man. In the last game we need to cover is the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Washington Commanders. Anything you need to talk about on that game?
Nope.
Nope. Hey, you have your teams you like. So let me ask you this, Jonathan.
Did we cover Cincinnati?
Did we cover Cincinnati? We need to cover one more?
I think we need to cover Cincinnati.
Where's Cincinnati? I don't...
Bengals.
Oh, and we missed the Giants and the Titans.
Oh, yeah, we missed that one.
Do we need to talk about that?
I mean, it's not much to talk about other than, I mean, you know what? Hold on. There is.
You're right. The Bengals are the last one.
All right, first off, I don't know if you guys saw it. I mean, Derrick Henry. All right, Ryan Tannehill, bro. That's what I want to say. Ryan Tannehill, bro. I don't have no faith in him if you're the Tennessee Titans, bro. I mean, that
QB.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a quarterback who got on a team with a good running back like Derrick Henry,
but he hasn't done too much on his.
He really hasn't done
much.
His
QB resume ain't much.
His QB resume ain't much. Now let me tell you this: if the Tennessee Titans were to get someone like Russell Wilson or someone, they'd be a Super Bowl
with Derrick Henry.
Yeah. That'd be a Super Bowl contender team.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Ryan Tannehill's not good, and so with hold on. Hold on.
He really just getting known off of Derrick Henry.
That's really what happened. And then what happens is you have a quarterback who can't throw. So now everyone knows you're giving it to Derrick Henry. So now they're just gonna load the box.
They're just gonna beat him up.
They're gonna load the box, and now they're beating him up. You saw him yesterday. He got knocked around. He was getting knocked around.
Yeah, they all know. It's like, okay, everybody focus right there.
Yeah.
Because it takes, 3 people to tackle him. Yeah, once he gets going, he gonna hit you with that stiff arm too, and you're gonna be.
He's like that's a like 240-pound man, just go like speed, just going straight at you, man.
Yeah, but the Giants got that W. Who's the Giants QB? You know who the Giants QB is?
I really don't know. I know they have Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I know they got Barkley. But who's their QB? The New York Giants QB. Man. Not Eli Manning no more.
You know, I saw him yesterday too. I saw his name.
You saw him and not noticeable.
Memorable. I saw him yesterday too.
Nothing memorable. Let's get to this last football game, man. The Cincinnati Bengals lose to the. Oh, they lose in overtime also. I didn't realize that was an overtime game.
Oh yeah.
The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Cincinnati Bengals 23-20 in overtime.
This one.
What's your thoughts on that one, man?
This one's a very interesting game because first off, let me just say, I don't know why the Steelers were celebrating when, like, bro,
they were celebrating too early.
Seriously, you won off of a kick in overtime, and the other team had 5 turnovers. You should not have even gone to overtime.
But you get that first win of the season, you celebrate.
You get the first win, but
you know there's room for improvement.
Nah. See, look. I'm saying like the first game of the season, yeah, you might be happy you get a win. But any game, any NFL football game, if the other team gets 5 turnovers and you still going into overtime, and you're winning off of a kick with a few seconds left in overtime, you should not be celebrating. I'm
back
serious.
to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. Like,
that's a very, very smart observation there.
So just based off of that, I mean,
I didn't know they had 5 turnovers. What?
The Cincinnati had 5 turnovers, and they still went into overtime. They almost won that game. But the kicker missed too. Man. So it's like, yo, you really almost lost that game, and they have 5 turnovers. I know Mike Tomlin would have been mad. He would have been hot mad in the locker room. Yeah. But I mean, like you said, first game of the season, yeah. But still, man. But still,
they still could have lost.
But still, but
at least they got that
now,
W.
On the
I don't know if it was injuries or what.
On Cincinnati's side, bro, Joe Burrow, he had like 3 picks the first half.
He was struggling that game.
He got sacked like 14. He was struggling in that game.
That don't happen all the time. I think some of the players, man, they really have first game jitters.
Yes.
Some of them do.
Yes, but you know what? I told people this last year. I don't know how Cincinnati got to the Super Bowl. I told people this.
Joe Burrow was playing last year.
I know he was playing, but I told them, I was like, I still don't even know how they got to Super Bowl. And I was like, I was telling a friend of mine, I was like, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they're a young team, but they're never gonna go anywhere with the Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, or Kansas City Chiefs. Those are the 3 teams in the AFC where it's like, all right, they're gonna be in there deep in the playoffs. So I mean. But
so you don't see them getting back nowhere near the Super Bowl.
Not anytime soon, no. Okay. As long as Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen's in the AFC, I don't know, man. Let me ask you this. Do you think it's a huge concern for the way Joe Burrow played?
Like yesterday? No. First game, everybody has bad games. Aaron Rodgers had bad games. Tom Brady's had bad games. 3 picks. This man just went to the Super Bowl. A lot of expectations on him. Give him 1 more game, 2 more games, see where he's at. Now, if he comes out there next week and he does 3 picks, something happened over the summer. He wasn't practicing or whatever, but he probably come out there ready to go. And where were they playing this game? The Bengals, were they on their home field?
I want to say yeah.
Or the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, so he had them first game jitters. That's all that was. And you know what? You're a team who just went to the Super Bowl. The defense is going to be ready for you. That defense is ready to tackle Joe Burrow every time they can, man. There's certain people who
Pittsburgh has a good team too. The Steelers have like a good free safety. They got a secondary, nice secondary.
Got a nice little defense. Okay, I didn't watch that game.
TJ Watt got injured too.
Okay,
TJ Watt for the Steelers.
People been talking about him too. I didn't watch that game. So we got to keep our eye on some of these things. Man. The first game of the season. It's too close to really make conclusions.
And it really doesn't tell you a lot about a team.
But you can notice there can be some things that raise eyebrows on the first game of the season. You can
definitely. Like, for example, the Rams offensive line.
The Rams that was eye-opening. Because you're the champs. You're supposed to play with some pride. The Cowboys.
They're nothing different. It's nothing different, bro. It's nothing different.
I mean, since I've been born, I think when I was born was the last time the Cowboys won, like somewhere in the early 90s or whatnot, maybe mid-90s. But it was so far ago. I never remember the Cowboys winning. But I just know that the Cowboy fans have always been the most dedicated, the most loyal, the most... Hey,
you do gotta respect. You gotta respect loyalty in like anything, any sport.
Man,
you gotta respect those fans.
I'd be demanding some championships.
I'd
be demanding some championships at some point. But man, they living off their success from the 90s.
Look, I already
they be bringing Michael Irvin out because that's what they have to do. They're like, this is our last champion.
Listen, I told you, man. If you're a Cowboys fan, if you're a Cowboys player, just pack your suitcases and prepare for next year. You guys hope for this season's done. Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's basically it, man. That's basically it for
the Cowboys. It's a wrap without Prescott in the first game of the season, man. That's bad. I had a joke, but I don't even want to make the joke. It's too bad. I can't
do the Cowboys like that.
This stuff be going all online. So, man, switching topics just a little bit, man. But anything else we need to talk about with the NFL first?
Nah, I think we good.
Because you know what, man? We on this S&J Sports Talk channel, we try to be very inclusive. We try to talk about everything, not just basketball, not just football. We touch on tennis. We touch on track and field. We touch on gymnastics. We touch on anything that we see in the sports world that, you know, is eye-opening and we want to hit on. And you know, a lot of our listeners, they felt some type of way when we talked about the WNBA and their pay and talking about WNBA players need to stop complaining to the NBA players and all that stuff. We're for the WNBA. I love basketball. I'm for the WNBA. Yeah. I'm for college basketball, women's basketball. I go watch a high school basketball game and girls basketball game because I like basketball. Mm-hmm. So, but you brought up a very interesting point yesterday, man. We were watching the first day of... For those of y'all who don't know, the first game of the WNBA Finals was yesterday. Yesterday was the first day of Sunday football. The first week of Sunday football in the NFL. You know what time that WNBA game was at?
What time?
It was aired on TV. You know what time
I didn't even hear about it. I didn't even hear about it until I was...
The first game of the championship series of the WNBA was at 2 p.m. on Sunday.
Eastern time?
No, 5 p.m. Eastern time. 2 p.m. on
Sunday
the first week the NFL started.
Oh, man.
And the WNBA wants to talk about the NBA players getting paid too much. LeBron James makes more than everybody else. Whoever's promoting the WNBA...
They're not even doing it right, man. That's what I said, yeah.
This is simple business. You don't put your championship series on the same day as the NFL starts and then be looking at the players like the players are looking at everybody else. Nah, man, you need to look at your promoters and your owners and be like, y'all sabotaging us.
They're the ones
There's
doing
not
it for
you. No viewership that game.
Matter of fact, I didn't even hear about the WNBA until I was watching.
Nobody did.
Until I was watching Sports Center. I was watching Sports
Center
live.
Cover it?
They covered it 50 minutes into the show.
After they took care of all the NFL stuff, right?
Took care of all the NFL stuff. So I was saying
all 16 NFL games.
That's what I was telling you. So that's why I was saying. I was like, look, man, if you're the WNBA finals right now, the finals is happening right around the start of the NFL season. So you gotta do the games. You
gotta be smart about it.
Listen, and they're promote it. Yeah, and they're the ones complaining about they don't get enough marketing, blah blah. So you gotta look at your marketers. Why are you putting the finals game at 2 p.m.
right
on a Sunday, right when it started?
It's laughable, bro.
It's laughable, yeah, right?
It's laughable.
So you get what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, man, maybe put them on a day that the football wasn't starting off.
They shouldn't have even done Monday. They should have done Tuesday. Tuesday's wide open. Tuesday was wide open.
Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday.
Tuesday, the WNBA's final start.
Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday.
All throughout the NFL games. Y'all could have used that time as, commercials.
And then check this out, though. If you do Tuesday or Wednesday, what's going to happen, right? When Sports Center comes on that night, they're gonna be the first thing that they talk about,
and then that's gonna follow,
and that's gonna be helping your marketing tools and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to hear nothing from the WNBA because I get nobody else no more.
Yeah,
their own league is the reason they're not getting paid more.
I get there is a ton.
Their own league. They're gonna look at the TV viewership of the first game of the WNBA finals and be like, nobody watched it.
I wonder why, man.
They're gonna be like, nobody watched the WNBA finals. Oh, it was the football games. So why did they put it on the same? They sabotaged y'all. Whoever the promoters are of the WNBA, the owners, whoever are the schedulers, they sabotage y'all. They planned that months ago. They said, we're going to start the WNBA finals the same exact day that the Sunday League football starts.
And you know what's funny is listen, look at the NBA, right?
And it was a good game, too. That's the whole thing. The WNBA game was a good game. It was 67-64. My girl Chelsea Gray was out there just schooling. They cannot stop Chelsea Gray. They can't stop Asia Wilson. But Connecticut tried. It's for those of y'all who don't know. Let me slow down. Las Vegas Aces versus the Connecticut Sun.
I didn't even know like I said, I didn't even know they were playing yesterday until
it was a good game. It was a 3-point game, but you'll never hear about it because it was the first day of the NFL season on Sunday. You brought that up to my attention. You said, why would they do the game on the NFL? And I thought about it. I'm like, for everything we've been hearing all year about the WNBA and the pay and how they don't get the publicity and the TV time, nobody told y'all to start y'all.
Hey, and you know what's crazy is I said that too about the Thursday game. The Thursday game, they had the semifinal.
Thursday game.
They had the semifinals. It was at 5:15 p.m. No, it started at 5:20 p.m.
Right. It was like a game 7.
And the NFL, the Rams versus Bills started at 5:20 p.m.
The NFL season started that night.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it
There's
to start
no
at the
reason
same
for you to
time.
start that the same day. You got to, like, listen, this goes, like, if you're an artist, if you're a musical artist, you know you got to be marketing, right? So if you're like a young music artist, you're not going to put and you have an album coming out, you're not going to put it out the same weekend J. Cole's coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes they're like, oh man, J. Cole's album's going out, then I'm going to wait. Kanye's album's coming
you
out,
gotta wait.
Go the next Thursday.
You got to wait. You might come out the next Friday or whatnot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
do that.
It goes with any business you run. It's marketing skills, right? So you got to, like, I mean.
And what did you say? Didn't you say something about, like, the NBA and NFL do that?
The NBA does that. So if you go to the Super Bowl Sunday for football, right? The NBA still has games on there, but they don't have nothing from when it starts. All the games are like 10 a.m. or like
early morning games or something.
Early morning games, and really after like 1 p.m. you don't really see any NBA games. So
no NBA games.
They know that they're
what
like
about on Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving.
The NBA don't even play, right?
The NBA don't even play on Thanksgiving.
They're like, that's NFL's
They
game.
know that it's. They know
it
that
don't
it
even make sense to try to.
They know that Thanksgiving is the NFL's day. They know everyone's watching the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
The Washington Redskins. You know, everyone's
Washington
Commanders. My bad. Yeah.
Washington Commanders. Now,
but
brother.
they know that's the NFL's day. So it's like, why are you having them play on that day? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, WNBA players, we rooting for you. I love that.
Hey, they have some good games, man.
The WNBA,
I'm saying you got to be better.
Style of play. Y'all got a different style of play that's very unique to the WNBA. It's very unique to ladies basketball. I like watching it. Take my advice and take the NBA's advice. Don't start your championship. This is when I'm talking about the 2 best teams in your league. This is what you're supposed to be promoting. Don't start it on the same day.
The NFL starting their games, man.
That's just free advice.
I really just
that's free advice right there.
It doesn't make a bit of sense to me.
Most of y'all watching this video didn't even know the WNBA championship started yesterday.
I didn't even know the WNBA
and
championship started yesterday.
You were trying to follow the series.
I was trying to follow it. I was like, what?
It was too much NFL talk. You didn't even know about it. I never saw SportsCenter cover it. You said you watched it longer than me.
I was watching. Yeah,
I didn't even see SportsCenter cover it at all.
And like I said, man. It was 50 minutes into the show, so if they were to do like a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Friday or whatnot, that would have been the first thing SportsCenter would have covered.
That would have been the first thing I would have changed if I was a WNBA, a part of the WNBA administration. I would have been like, oh, no, we got to change the final start date to Tuesday. We cannot start on Sunday of the NFL. It's like they wanted the WNBA players to get overlooked. That's the only reason I could think they would do that. There's no other reason to start your championship series. This is what you're supposed to be promoting to people. There's no other reason to start it, man. And check out
you know what?
the games.
The NBA does a good job of that too. On the day the final starts, it's a Thursday. Everyone knows it's Thursday.
Thursday night,
and they make sure there's not really any other sports that's really going on at that time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Now this.
So you gotta learn from the NBA. Listen, if you're the WNBA complaining about not getting enough views or whatnot,
go talk to your administration. Do not go talk to the NBA players who were at the game.
Yeah.
The NBA players were at the game.
They were at the game.
Supporting the WNBA players. They were at the game. I don't want to hear nothing about no LeBron James get paid more. I don't even think it's the WNBA players who are complaining to the NBA players. I think they're cool with the NBA players. I think it's the media trying to make it some
media, yeah. And it's like you need to learn. Man. You need to learn from what the NBA is doing. And then do that.
Yeah, they say don't conflict with the NFL. As big as the NBA is, they know on Thanksgiving Day, don't even have no games. It don't even make sense to do that.
It don't even make no sense.
NFL got that.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching them Cowboys. Everybody knows what games they're going to be watching.
Mm-hmm. And you look at the NFL, the NFL does the same thing, bro. Yeah. If it's not a Sunday, if it's not a Sunday or a Thursday or whatnot, if it's not a Sunday for the NFL,
right.
They know that Christmas Day is basketball's day. That's people are watching the Warriors, the Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
That's their day.
They know that that's their day. So it's like you just gotta learn from that. You know.
And even when they do the Super Bowl, they do the Super Bowl 1 week, and then the NBA does the All-Star game like the next week or
a few weeks after. Yeah,
the next Sunday or 2 Sundays after. So they make sure they align it where it's like we're not competing with each other.
Yeah.
The WNBA is just out here doing their own thing and wondering why no one's looking at them. They're not even trying to move in conjunction with people. They doing their own thing, man. I don't know, man.
I really don't know.
I don't know. I really want to know whose idea that was to start the series that day. The more you think about it, it's laughable.
Bro, we were just laughing at Hey, man, we were just laughing at it for like 10 minutes last night.
Oh, man. That's some cold stuff, man.
That don't even make no sense. Like, it's literally the first day of the NFL games. And you know people are going to be watching the NFL. Like, people ordering their... Bro, they're ordering DoorDash. They're ordering their wings. They're ordering everything for the NFL. The NFL, you know what I'm saying? So it's
that's like me planning a vacation on your birthday. I'm planning a vacation on your birthday, and you don't want to go, but I planned the vacation anyways. And then I get mad at you for not going to the vacation that I planned on your birthday. That's what it's like, man. I'm like, y'all mad at everybody else for not watching y'all, but y'all put the championship series on while everyone's watching the NFL on that Sunday. We're done talking with that, man. We're done talking with that.
We gotta move on, man.
We love the WNBA. And
they have good games, bro. They have good games.
We love basketball, so
you gotta be smart about it.
We want y'all to get y'all promo.
Do you know when the next game is?
Tuesday.
Tuesday's
a
good day.
6 p.m.
Tuesday's a good day.
That game
I'm probably gonna watch it.
Sports Center time.
I'll at least catch the highlights.
But yeah, we gave y'all our reviews of the NFL Week 1. We're gonna keep it coming throughout the week.
Oh yeah.
What's the game on Thursday?
Thursday, bro.
Is Thursday a big game coming up?
I just seen that.
We'll have to get back on here.
Check on it.
Yeah, I got it right.
You got it right there.
On it right here, man.
And
while we at it, let them know where they can find us at online.
Yeah, man. SJ Sports Talk. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram. We are also on Spotify.
Okay.
Obviously, we're on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thumbs up the video, guys. It helps us out a lot.
Definitely like the video.
You have the Thursday game for us?
Like the video. The Thursday game is the LA Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ooh, that's gonna be a nice one.
That's gonna be a nice one.
It's gonna be a nice one. And I hope the WNBA does not have a game on that Thursday.
Or we will be watching only the highlights.
Do the game on Friday. At that point,
you know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm about to check right now. I bet the WNBA game, just seeing how they're going about their scheduling, I almost guarantee the WNBA is going to have one of their games during that Thursday night game. Hold on, I just got to... Hold on. Fingers crossed. I hope they don't, but let's see. They got a game that starts at the same time. They got a game that starts at the same time as the Thursday night football game. Whoever's planning the WNBA schedule needs to be fired. They don't need to be around at all, man. They got a game that starts at the same... Hold on. 6 p.m. Aces versus the Sun.
And the football game starts at 5:15. So it's like, come on, man. You know everyone's going to be watching the football game, bro.
Bro,
hey, y'all heard it from Stanley, bro. They need to fire them.
This is not even a thought. Like, you could have done a Wednesday, Friday. You could have moved around the NFL
They got
games.
messed up, man.
They're doing it at the same time. Well, at least we'll catch the one tomorrow.
Hey, we'll catch the one tomorrow.
WNBA, we trying to rock with y'all. We trying to give y'all advice. We trying to give y'all advice. Thumbs up this video. Like this video, man. We went through this whole video and didn't even do no NBA talk. So we came to y'all with the NFL talk this time. A little WNBA talk. We appreciate y'all, man. Anything else we need to let them know before we get out of here?
I think we're good, man. Just like I said, man, SJ Sports Talk on all platforms and everything. So
all over the place. SJ Sports Talk, man. Make sure you spread the word. And
hey, and if you like what we're saying or if you disagree with something, just say it in the comments, man.
Give us a comment. Definitely.
Just give us a comment, man.
All right, y'all. We up out of here. SJ Sports Talk. Peace.
All right, man.